Devil May Cry 5 Review Smokin' Sexy Styling Power-Up. I doubt anyone noticed that I'd taken a break from reviews. I was starting to get fed up with all the hype and marketing for new releases. Too many time. Color me impressed though, what a great experience. It's been a while since I last played a Devil May Cry game. It's a series of, but that's just part of its charm. Though there was the reboot cough cough which was fun, all I ever wanted was my Dante back. Devil May Cry 5 brings the all-important nostalgia back, all the while telling a new tale to close off another chapter. If you have never played Devil May Cry, then let me try and break down what it's like. The plot has all the. In turn, if you've played and enjoyed Devil May Cry before, stop reading this and go out and buy it, you will not be disappointed. I usually hold my personal opinions until the end of the review, but to hell with that. Devil May Cry 5 has been one of my favorite gaming experiences in a long while. I struggled to find, even still, I think this game could hold up on its own regardless. The story takes place sometime after Devil May Cry 4. A mysterious figure, Dante, is hired by V to deal with the new demon threat. A self-appointed demon king, known only as Urizen, is responsible for the sprouting of the Clavoth. You get thrown right at the resultant battle, leaving Nero bailing due to the sheer power of Urizen. Thus the tale begins. This may seem shallow, but I cannot mention anything else without potentially spoiling it. Take my word for it. Now it's time for me to get into what makes this game such a great experience. Devil May Cry. There are also some familiar faces, with Trish and Lady still hanging around. And my personal what most impressed me was the character modeling. My god, I must admit I was blown away. Whoever worked on the character modeling at Capcom needs a goddamn award. These are some of the best. The level design has really been taken up a notch as well. Devil May Cry. There are a lot of hidden secrets within the levels, and finding them is not as easy as it used to be. Mostly because, for series fans and even the newcomers, I am sure you want to know how the combat compares or even works. Well, let me tell you, the aim of the combat is, of course, to slay the enemies that are sent to stop you. But the real key, to get into a little more detail, the combat has really been improved and fleshed out. Capcom has each one is very unique in their fighting style. Especially the nuke versus combat style isn't just unique to Devil May Cry 5, it's unique to the series as a whole. Hell, it might. Golem is versus Devil Trigger and is summoned down to smash anything in his way. The part that makes versus combat so unique is that he himself is rather weak. You must use when facing a large number of enemies, you really have to plan out your strategy if you want to hit that SSS rank. Nero and Dante's fighting styles have not been changed much, but have certainly been improved. Nero now has the Devil Breaker arm, replacing his Devil Bringer from DMC4. The Devil Breakers, I won't go into too much detail, as half the fun is discovering what each Devil Breaker does. But the new addition, Dante's combat, feels better than ever, especially with some of his new toys. They have also cleaned up the fluidity of combat for him with the inclusion of fighting styles. This allows you to. The overall combat is a beautiful combination of simple input combined with technical insanity. For new player, what really impressed was how it still keeps true to that fans of the series. If you want to get into another great part of Devil May Cry 5 is the content and replayability. My first playthrough, it had me wanting to keep playing and unlocking all the moves and weapons. There are also the final verdict, if any fans of the series read this far, I'll repeat, this is a must-get. For anyone interested, I'd recommend some research on the story to help you keep up. But as far as game, well done Capcom, I take my hat off to you. Devil May Cry 5 was reviewed on Xbox One using a digital code provided by Capcom. Game title: Devil May Cry V. Game description: hack, slash, combo and smash all the demons. Leo made me do this. Wednesday, love to hear from you with any thoughts, comments, or suggestions. Australia's best independent video games community. PowerUp is about games, by gamers, and for gamers. We aim to inform, entertain, and do it in a welcoming, friendly and fun space. We all love games, so let's share that passion and all power up together. Proudly part of. Type and press enter to search.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.